In this video, let's look into document translation feature within SharePoint. Now, before I go into document translation feature, let me explain you about the SharePoint Premium Service. So SharePoint Premium Services, formerly known as Microsoft Syntex. It's an AI-powered content management and governance add-on for SharePoint Online. It is basically designed to automate document processing, improving the governance, enhancing the collaboration. With that, it offers various features like document classification, AI driven content extraction, e signature services, tighter security controls for high value content, Microsoft 365 backup, Microsoft 365 archive, and many other services. Now, one of the services which we are looking today is document translation. It basically allows you to translate the current document in a document library into different languages. Now, currently, as you see within the screen, the language support is for English, French, German, Japanese, Spanish. You need to enable or activate this feature by configuring pay as you go services within Microsoft 365 Advanced Center. During the translation, you get an option to upload the translation glossaries as well. This is where you configure an org settings pay as you go service, the document translation services. And once you have the document uploaded within a document library, as you see over here under translation activity, I have already converted this into a different language, say French language, and then this is how the result will be shown. Okay, so let me show you first how to configure or enable document translation services. Navigate to M365 Admin Center, and then from here you navigate to pay as you go services. So here you can set up billing and manage access to services like OCR, document translation, autofill columns, M365 backup, SharePoint embedded, etc. Now here you need to set up the billing. Once the billing is set up, status is active, subscription is attached, then you can navigate to settings. Under documents and images, you should be able to see document translation. So let users create translated copies of the document. So click on document translation services. So document translation lets users create translated copies of documents that basically preserves the original layout and format as much as possible. Users can select specific documents for translation or set rules for automatic translation in a library. So one step is a manual step where you can just specify a document you need to translate, and then that document will get translated. However, you have an option to set rules for automatic translation in a library. So if you have a library, you can create a folder called as say French, and the moment a document is uploaded in the document library, a copy of that document in French language will be created in that particular document libraries folder. I have turned it on. You have an option where the document translation can be used when it's turned on. Currently, it is in SharePoint, libraries in all SharePoint site, and even for OneDrive. If I click on edit, I can allow users to create translated documents in every shared library in the SharePoint site, either all site, or I can specify which specific site I want. I can type to search for sites or upload a CSV file. So I have an option to put both. So upload a .csv file with a list of sites over here, or I search the SharePoint site name. So I just click over here. I can see all the SharePoint sites which I have currently. Now I will enable it for either no sites or all sites. All site is good. OneDrive, it is available in OneDrive as well. So you will see the translation services in OneDrive as well. All right, so once you turn this on, you navigate to your SharePoint site. So this is one of my SharePoint site which I have created. Now within this SharePoint site, I have a document library. So I've got multiple document library. I'll go into maybe Girish.lib. Here I have uploaded a set of documents. It has got folders. It has got various other columns which you might see over here. Now in this example, I have already translated first class back policies and benefits.docx into French equivalent. So as you see over here, I have already translated this. Now let me take one more example, say Boeing 777 aircraft details. So I have this document over here. Now let me open this document. I've just copied like very few content. Like this is like some text within this document, and it's like a 3 or 4 pager document, I believe. Yeah, it's a, oh sorry, it's a 7 page document. So not much of a content, but just for testing purposes, I can see whether it translates it correctly or not. So if you want to translate it, once you have enabled the translation, you can click on 3 dots over here, and you can click on translate. Over here, if I select this item, I have an option to translate from here as well. So select the item, translate documents, you can view recent activities. So I'll just click on translate document. Once you click on that, you will see an screen to select languages. So I can select maybe Spanish, or maybe I will select German, or maybe I'll select French. Now I have selected 3 different languages. I have an option to even upload a translation glossary as well, which is an optional part. Like I'll just remove all these languages. Now here I can even upload a translation glossary. So if I have a CSV file which contains the translation glossary, I can select it from within this library. So I can upload that glossary file first and then select it from here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to translate this into maybe German, Japanese, and Spanish. And you get other options as well. So if you see, you get Hindi, you get Arabic. So I select Arabic, then you get to see Bangla, then you get to see Russian, and there are multiple languages which you can select from. But we are not going to use all those languages, just 3 is enough for me. I'll click on translate. Now once you click on translate, the backend engine will start processing this document, and once it is translated, it will start putting Boeing 77 aircraft details in different languages. Now you can also go at any point of time, go to translate and view the recent activity. So if you click on view recent activity, you will see that it has started processing this document. It is just started processing. Now you can also filter by date range. So I'll select filter date range. Maybe I just select from December 24 to 2026, and it will list down all the translation activity details. I can remove the filter, and you can see this is the one which I translated into French on 15th of the Feb. So this is how it has translated. Now currently for Boeing 77 aircraft details, it is still translating. So we will wait for some time and see whether it generates that equivalent document or not. Now the document which I previously translated was these two. So it created an equivalent copy in the French language. Now if I select this item, click on details, and within the detail, if I see the properties, you can see there is a column called as translated language, and in the translated language it has put FR as a language code. So that means this document has been translated into French language. Now if you want to see the English equivalent, so let me open and show it to you, the English equivalent of the document, which I took it as a baseline, and this is the English document. And if I go into the French equivalent, here you will see the French version of that document. And within Word, you again can translate it back to translate it to English as well. But then I just wanted to show you that this document was previously translated into uh, French equivalent. Now again, this translation process might take some time. So if I just refresh this document library, you should be able to see that this has translated into Germany, German, Spanish, Japanese, and it has put under translated language as DEESJA. Right. So let's see the German version of that document. I don't know the German language, but maybe just by the looks of it, it has translated it correctly. So again, you may need to do a review of the grammar, the sentences, the formation of the paragraph, just to ensure that whether the translation has been done successfully or not. Now, this is the Spanish equivalent of that same English document. I'll also open the Japanese equivalent. So this one is the Spanish, this one is the French, which we just saw. And sometimes when the document is still under generation, it will show you those uh, activity in the recent activity pane. Now, if you see over here, this is a Spanish equivalent for the document, and here you will see the Japanese equivalent of the document. So what we have achieved, we have achieved translation of the document just by a click of a button. Now, in the PowerPoint slide, I showed you few of the document which can be translated into different languages. But as you saw when we started executing this, so let me bring you that slide. Now, the slide which I showed you, it had English, French, German, Japanese, and Spanish. But this is just like a common translations. But then you can even type in multiple languages. There are support for multiple languages over here. Plus, you can at a single time you can type in up to 10 different languages to translate the document at one go. So with that, you will be able to translate the document into multiple languages. Now, what I've done over here is like this document library is crowded. It has put in this location, but you can run an automation services and then you can create a folder like German, French, Spanish, etc. And then that document will be automatically moved once you upload the document, upload English or a source document within the document library. So that's it, folks. This is all about the translation services within SharePoint. Thanks for watching.